Hello guys, welcome to StudyIQ. My name is Amit Sani and I welcome you in this daily PIB analysis video. And in the evening these videos come, in the morning the Hindu analysis videos they come, and both these lessons are totally exam oriented these days, and the update from the PIB website is very less. I have been telling you this thing for the last 1 month because the updation is very less because the model code of conduct is going on, so no schemes and no additional data is there. So I have turned this particular session into a question based analysis based session, and that is totally important for the prelims examination this year, and important for the other examinations also. So PDF you will get on the Telegram channel and on my on my Facebook group that I have given on the last page, and 11th of April it is. And these are the important courses, video courses by StudyIQ. You can ask for them on these numbers, and you can ask for them on these StudyIQ's website. So all are updated one, important experts and selected people, they have created these courses, so they're gonna save your lakhs of rupees, and you will win the race with these videos if you are going in a sincere manner and with all consistency. So the MCQ one that I gave to you yesterday, Robert Watson, he's a very famous scientist, and he's from UK, and he has worked in the areas of ozone depletion, global warming, climate change, and he has held many important positions in leading international organizations, environmental organizations like Global Environment Facility, IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. He has chaired this important body also, and he has worked with NASA in this particular area of ozone depletion, paleoclimatology, global warming, and ozone depletion mainly. So he held these posts in a very important time when Millennium Development Goals they started, and he was there in Global Environment Facility during the Earth Summit. So this GEF has been the very important financing body for CBD and Stockholm Convention on POP and the Minamata Convention and all. So he's a very important personality, and he has done a very wonderful assessment job in the Montreal Protocol and the pre-assessment phase of that. So many times it has been asked that Robert Watson, he is related to which field, and you see he was replaced by Mr. Rakesh Pachauri, and he was from India, and now he has been removed from the post because of these allegations of sexual abuse. So the Rajendra Pachauri, I think then I'm pronouncing the right name, so he replaced Robert Watson in IPCC. Next, the World Gold Council, the headquarters is there in UK, London, and it said that India has marginally increased its gold holding to 1.7 tons in February while maintaining the 10th position. So it is regarding the 10th position, but now some reports say that India has slipped to 11th position. So the official data is not revealed till now, so I will update you as it comes. But till now, India is at the 10th position, and India has kept Netherlands on 11th position. And the important information about India is that India is the biggest consumer of gold. We are sink of gold since ages. Next, Supreme Court directed the Election Commission to increase the random matching of VVPAT slips with EVMs to number 5. Earlier, the rule was for only one randomly machine was checked, and rest of them they were not checked. And opposition parties collectively they asked for 50% of VVPAT check, and now Supreme Court has directed to check at least 5 of these machines. So this direction is for Election Commission of India, and that is going on. Next, Monterrey Open, it's a professional women's tennis tournament, remember that, especially for women, and Victoria Azarenka did not win the title. Actually she got retired hurt, and she got some injured leg in the match, and that is why she lost it to Spain's Garbine Muguruza. Okay, and she became the winner. Spain's Garbine, she successfully defended her Monterrey Open title. So it was 2019's, and Spain is the winner here. Next, according to the latest edition of World Bank's Migration and Development Brief, India's remittance is standing up to $79 billion. We discussed this issue yesterday, and China is at $67 billion. China used to be at the top spot, but for some years now, we are getting the highest remittances from our Indian nationals who are staying abroad. So they are sending this money to India, and this is the report of remittances. Now, American conglomerate General Electric, this is important, the GE logo you must have seen. So this is American company and in association with IIT Madras. They established India's first cold spray smart, that is surface modification and additive research technology smart laboratory in the institution. This is the only institution in India which is getting this facility, and it is the first one in India. And you see the additive manufacturing, we are hearing about it a lot since the 3D printing issue came. You see what is 3D printing issue? Layer by layer, these constituents, they are added in the manufacturing process by 3D printers. So this is called an additive manufacturing, and it is very important in the space sector, in the air industry sector. And this cold spray is actually very unique, and it is different from the hot sprays which are there. They melt the surface and all, and it does not do that. It does a very specific process, and it is based on this additive manufacturing. So that's very important. And you may be asked about this additive manufacturing, so please learn about that, everything about this, because 3D printing is the future of this world. Next, you can read here, IIT Madras is the name, and cold spray technology, and they are gonna be very important in the aero engine application and aero industry. High quality things are gonna be manufactured by this. Next, National Institutional Ranking Framework. As I told you, it was released by MHRD in September 2015. It got its node, and in 2016 it actually started giving these rankings, and MHRD has released the recent ranking where IIT Madras is at the top of these institutions. And our ultimate aim is to bring Indian universities or Indian institutions into top 100 educational institutes of this world, where we are not even appearing in the top 200. So that's really very bad thing. Next, Ministry of Defense closing ceremony for what? Bold Kurukshetra. This exercise, this is a joint military exercise between India and Singapore's armies. So it's a 12th edition, and 11th of April it is ending here at Babina military station. Babina military station is in the Jhansi district of Uttar Pradesh. So do not confuse it with Kurukshetra, that is in Haryana. The name is Bold Kurukshetra, but the place is Babina military station, and the theme was based on mechanized warfare and the tactical operations. So they have exercised these things, and important addresses were being made here. Next, Telugu poet K Sasivaram selected for the prestigious Saraswati Samman. You see, it was announced in 1991 by KK Birla Foundation, and 15 lakh rupees a citation and a plaque is given here. And any literary work written in any Indian language and published during the last 10 years. So they are selecting the material from the last 10 years. So it can be published in the last 10 years, any of the year. And Pakkaki Oti Gilatre was the important collection of poetry by K Sasivaram. So that is selected, and that was the Telugu one, and Telugu poet K Sasivaram. So he belongs to Andhra Pradesh region. As we know, the Telugu is the language of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana mainly. Next, government retains interest rate for General Provident Fund at 8%. You see, you must have heard about the GPF and EPF and the PPF. PPF means Public Provident Fund. Any person, any resident of India, he or she can open this account, and this money is actually given to this particular Provident Fund account where it is saved, and government is investing this money in many other areas. And there is a lock-in period, 15 years lock-in period is there. After 15 years only you can get this money back, and during this period, whatever money you are investing here, you will be given an income tax rebate. So mainly for the income tax saving, people use this PPF account. So the rate is fixed at 8% till now, and important revisions into this rate, they are declared by Ministry of Finance. But right now there is no change, and there is no change in EPF rates also. It is there at 8.55%, and EPF is for the organized sector where more than 20 employees are working. So this contribution is coming from the employer and the employee both, and they both are actually saving this money in the EPF account. Okay, and after age of 58 years, that person can get this money back after the maturity period ends. And GPF is for the government employees. Okay, so GPF means Government Employees Provident Fund, and that is called General Provident Fund. And at the age of retirement, or maybe if a person leaves the government job, then he gets this amount back, and 8% is the number where it has been retained by the government here. So this is information, and last year also it was at 8%, now it is at 8%. So government employees 8%, and there are different maturity periods for all of them, and important conditions, you must remember that it may be asked. Next, center gives note to acquire 464 new T90 tanks. T90 tanks are Russian tanks, and we are procuring that, but we are going to integrate these important components of it in the Chennai's Avadi vehicles factory, heavy vehicles factory. So here we are going to integrate them. So it is an important boost for Make in India also, although these are Russian tanks. And 464 T90 main battle tanks, these are, they will be deployed on the borders with Pakistan from Jammu to Gujarat. And the Cabinet Committee on Security that has cleared this particular proposal, and 30,000 crore rupees proposal is this. Now you see, the important problems with the existing 4,000 strong tank fleet is that they cannot work in dark, night blindness as we can call it. So these tanks are gonna be fitted with the thermal imaging night sights and tank commander to strike enemy locations during night battles. That would be possible now. So importantly, and the T90 emerged as the main battle tank for the Indian Army, and it is replacing the variants of T72 and T55 tank in the force. So these are important tanks, and we have heard many informations regarding the Dhanush artillery guns, Howitzer M777 guns. So those are smaller versions, and these are bigger tanks. Next, these are the MCQs. Try their answers and look for the additional data, and many informations you will find, and these are gonna be very crucial for the prelims this year. Many questions directly or indirectly you will find here, and the PDF you will get here on this particular group, and the Telegram link is also given here. Thanks a lot. Keep watching. It was Amit signing.